Good morning. Play action football and coffee. This is game 2 of the NFC side of the tournament. NFC bracket. The Rams, who were the worst team in the NFC, are facing the Washington Redskins, who were a powerhouse, possibly the greatest Washington Redskins team in their history. And they went on to win the Super Bowl in '91. This is a fantastic football team. We're going to flip to see who gets the kick. The Rams are going to call heads. Tails. Washington has an option. Washington, with this defense, is going to choose to defer, and the Rams will go ahead and take the ball. So that means Washington will get the ball in the second half. So it's going to be the L.A. Rams, Washington, L.A., Washington. And remember, I do 4-possession games for YouTube. It's just faster, truncates, allows me to play an entire game. Really, if you think about possessions, especially the way I play all my games, 4 or 5 possession games, they're highlight games. You're playing enough football to get scores, but you're leaving out extraneous drives that ended in punts or whatever. That's the way you would look at it. And because of that, I have stat simulation charts, and players are rated. So at the end of the game, now if I want to track stats, fine. But I would, if I was going to track statistics, I would play full games, full ticked games, because then you're tracking every single snap. But the way I play, whether it's my games or app off football or Stratomatic, I use possessions. There could be a possession that's literally over in one play, right? A fumbled kickoff, that counts as a possession in the way I do it, which means teams lose a chance for anywhere from 3 to 10 plays. So I still simulate the stat production for those teams based on the quality of the player in that year. So I have stat charts. Their rating corresponds to, at the end of the game, I'll roll to see what they did in this game, right? Doesn't matter what I actually did, because I'm simming all of the extraneous stuff as well as what they might do when I'm playing. Obviously, if they have a 42-yard run for a touchdown, then Del Pino will go in here with a 42-yard run for a touchdown, right? Okay, so just so you know, these ratings correspond to what chart they get to use at the end of the game to roll up their rushes and their receptions. Quarterbacks have a stat for their pass completions and their rushes, right? Okay, so I've made all the key players that I would want on the field when I call plays. So not every player on the team is represented. Not every player on this card that scored touchdowns for them is represented. It's top 3 backs that I can choose to move in and out, top 3 receivers that I can choose to put on the field at any time for drives. So I just know who's getting runs, who's getting catches. It invokes for me a greater narrative, right? Okay, as opposed to just rolling for 10 yards, rolling for 5, and then at the end find out who scored. Okay, just so you know, that's what I'm doing. All right, so Washington defers, and which means Washington's going to get the ball to start the second half, and that is going to be paramount to them having the ball last, right? Excuse me. Ball first in the second half. So that means LA, lucky dogs, are going to get the ball first and last. Okay, LA as an offense is actually pretty decent. They're a +1. Their defense is 0. They run a 43 defense. Washington is a 2, -2, 43. Fantastic football team, coached by one of the greatest coaches in history, Joe Gibbs. The only coach in history to win 3 Super Bowls with 3 different quarterbacks and 3 different key running backs. Name me another coach who could have won multiple Super Bowls without the same guy quarterbacking them. It's rare, super duper rare. And even if you were to name a couple, name them where they also didn't have their superstar back over and over and over. Joe Gibbs, phenomenal to me, right? So, all right, here we go. And the kickoff then is going to be Washington kicking off to the Rams. Here's the thing, too. How much do I enjoy play action football? So much so that it inspires me to add something to it, not change it. So there's nothing. I have not changed a single rule. I play this rules as written. I am not compelled to change the rules. I'm not compelled to change the game in any way. I think it's perfect. What it has compelled me to do is create more a sense of who's touching the ball and who's catching the ball, and also to start tracking using my simulated. Again, I have rules for simulated statistics for all of my games. It's either based on the game's ratings, or it's based on their real life stats, or it's based on a random production. So I actually have had these stat generators for a long time. These I'm using my rated generators for this game, and it's compelled me to make the players to sub in and out. So that just should tell you how much I enjoy it, how much I want to add to it. I haven't changed one thing. I have made my own football field to, number one, to shrink it down. I had my big field. I wanted the field to fit with all these other charts, so I can now slide all these together, and I put them in a plastic envelope, and I put them on the shelf or whatever, and they're safe. I wanted a field that fits with it, and the field then literally unfolds here for me. I got my field right here moving up or down the field. I got my down marker right here. I got my two quarterbacks here, Everett and Rippon, my two starting quarterbacks, right? So I'm trying to make the space even that much easier and friendlier to play this game. And I wanted a field that worked perfectly, I could see beautifully, and it wasn't some giant thing I'm wrestling with, right? Okay, so here we go. And by the way, I'll put this up free. I'll put a PDF up of this quick play field on the Google Drive so people can grab this and print it out for their tabletop football games, right? It's just a simple 5 increments, right? So if I'm at the 5, I need to get to the 15, right? And of course, if I get 5 yards, it's just a slip up, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I just slide up. I get a 5-yard run, I just slide up. 6-yard run, I'd be here, right? So it's very quick, very easy to see. Okay, let's do the kickoff. Here we go. The kickoff is 45. So 4 on the kickoff is 60 yards. So again, kicking off from the 35 for the Washington Redskins is going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. They're going to field it at the 5-yard line. Their return is 5. The 5 is 22 yards. 10, 20, 1, and 2 out to the 27. They're going to be coming at me as they're the visitors. Home side's going up the field. Visitors are coming down the field. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Taking the huddle is Everett. He is rated for stat purposes a 4 passing, a 1 runner. He's going to start in the huddle today with Del Pino, a 3 runner, a 4 pass receiver, and Eller, a 5 pass receiver. But he also has Price, Anderson, Gary in the backfield, Dupree potentially in the backfield. This offensive line is Perry, Brostek, Newberry, Love, and Slater. Slater, a Hall of Famer. Newberry might be a Hall of Famer too. I can't remember. And of course, their tight end is Johnson. All right, so here we go. What are the Rams going to do? I'm using balanced for both teams. I automate everything. Despite what their percentages are here, this is what they did in real life. Possibly because they were losers. They were throwing the ball a lot to try to catch up. So I don't want to influence the game by making the Rams pass that percentage of time. So again, I'm using balance for every team. They're all even, Steven. They have a chance to do what they're going to do. I'm not going to reward them for being a bad team that threw the ball a lot, and I'm not going to reward the Redskins for automatically pounding the rock. Right? So it's balanced, and it just makes this a fun tournament. Now, if I was replaying, I would probably want to use pass heavy for the Rams and run heavy for Washington, right? So that's what I'm getting in. All right, 1. Inside run versus base blitz. They're both 4-3s. It's -1, +2. So -1, -1, -2 for the Redskins. So we're going to subtract 3 from 15 is 12 on an inside run is 5 yards. Very nice. So Del Pino gets 5 yards on 1st down. It's 2nd and 5. Very nice. Del Pino chalks up 5 against a very good Washington team. Oops, +1. So it should have been -2 from that. So 13 should have been a 5-yard run with a penalty. Let's check that. Sorry. And the penalty would have been, offense pre-snap. So I take that back. We may have just hurt. See, I got to pay attention. I forgot the Rams have a modifier. Pre-snap 5 is illegal substitution. They're going to go ahead and take that. So it'll be 1st down and 15. Sorry about that. So Del Pino loses his 5-yard run as the refs throw a flag and had to discuss it. I got to remember they have a +1. All right, the Rams. Here we go. The Rams are 1. They're going to go, what is it, 1st and long now. Draw play versus base blitz. So draw versus base blitz is -1, -3. So -2. 8 minus 2 is 6. Draw play, tackle for loss. He loses a yard. Does Del Pino. 2nd down. 2nd down. Blistering defense for the big bad Washington Redskins. Here we go. 4. 2nd down and long. 4 is going to be deep. Smart versus nickel blitz. Deep versus nickel blitz is -1. -3 +1 is -2. 14 minus 2 is 12 on deep is incomplete. 3rd down and long. And oh boy, the Rams, you never want to start in long situation against a brilliant defense. You're just screwed. That's true of football. You don't want to be in 3rd and long, 2nd and long, 1st and long. 3rd and long, 2 is medium. versus nickel. Medium versus nickel is -1, -2, so -3 plus 1, -2. 17 minus 2 is 15. That's a great pass. 1d10 plus 8 for Everett. 10 yards for Everett to the 31, but it's fourth down, folks. So he gets 10 of it going to Ellard, and unfortunately going to have to punt, though. So I make a note over here. Again, technically, you could consider my 4-possession games highlight football. Hell, you could consider 6-possession games, although that'll give you regulation length, much closer to a full game of football. You could still have possessions that are over in 1 interception, right? First pass picked off, and therefore even 6-possession games will feel like highlight games statistically, right? 36. So the punt here, 36 is 30 yards, 10, 20, 30, and the return is 6. 6 is 15. Oh, it's 6 is 10-yard return with a chance at a fumble. No fumble, but 10-yard return. Beautiful. First down for the Washington Redskins, and here we go, folks. In the backfield, let's go ahead and take a look at Washington starters. Starting at quarterback is Mark Rippon. Ernest Biner is the starting back. I've got him in here. He is a 6 offense. That's the highest rating you can be. A 3 receiver. And Monk will be out there with him for this first drive, a 5-rated receiver. Clark, Monk, Middleton at tight end, Ty Warren. Remember, this team ran a 2 tight end set. Lacey, McKenzie, Bostic, Schlereth, and Jacoby. I would argue every one of those guys could be in the Hall of Fame. Schlereth won 3 titles, 2 with the Broncos, 1 with the Redskins here. Jacoby, I think, is in the Hall of Fame. Bostic, I think, is in the Hall of Fame. I would argue this offensive line, all 5 could be in the Hall of Fame. Unbelievable. This is why Washington was so good. I could swap quarterbacks and running backs. Joe Gibbs believed in strong front lines, great offensive lines, great defensive front sevens, and then everything else kind of plugs in, right? And that's the bottom line. Washington was great because their line was great. Joe Bugle, Alex Gibbs, I think it was Bugle who was their offensive line coach for all those years. Here we go, 44. So first down is inside versus base. Inside versus base, we get that -1. They're +2, so +1. 15 plus 1 is 16. Inside, 7 yards for Ernest Biner. 5, 6, 7. We're at the 44, second and 3. We're at the 44 already of the LA Rams on the first possession of the game for these guys. 5. 5 is a outside run, so we're pitching it outside to Biner. Versus a base, outside base is going to be 0 of the 43 defense. So that means +2 to this. 9 plus 2 is 11. Outside is D6 plus 1. So Biner trying to break a leg. Nope, he gets 2. 1, 2. It's 3rd and 1 though. Biner gets he gives him a dead leg, and the linebacker runs through it, tackles him down. He thought he could dead leg that guy, but he didn't fall for it and cut him in half. It is 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. 2, it's going to be a draw play. Interesting. 3rd and 1 draw play versus base. So 3rd and 1 draw plays, no modifier, so +2 to this. 3 plus 2 is 5 on a draw. It's tackle for loss to 2. 1, 2. And the Rams get a brilliant tackle for loss by 6. Wilson comes in and cuts Biner down for a loss of 2. It's 4th down, folks. And we are not in field goal range. We need 1, 2, 3. We're going to punt. We're going to punt, and I'm going to subtract 5 yards for a coffin corner punt. Oh, actually, I don't have to. He has coffin corner here. So coffin corner punt, I forgot about that. 15-yard line, baby. So it's at the 15 and out of bounds. So we're going to put CC punt here, so I know that I had the coffin corner. That just tells me that we were in no man's land. Yeah, that's the thing I love about this. He's covered everything: breakaways, weather, coaching challenges. If you're in the modern era, challenging plays. Tipped passes. There is no stone left unturned for this mighty game. I mean, it is so fun. All right, Del Pino's going to stay in. I don't think we're going to bring in these backup backs. They're not rated very well, so we don't need to worry about that. But I am going to bring in. We are going to feature Price. Whoops. We're going to feature Price receiving passes on this. Price is the tight end for the Rams. Right, here we go. Second possession for the Rams, first quarter. I may not be able to finish this game because of whether my camera survives or not. 4, inside run versus base. It's going to be -1, -3, +1, -2. 6 minus 2 is 4. Inside run is tackle a loss, -2. 1, 2. Second down, folks. Butt kicking. Man, the Rams. So Del Pino cut down for a loss of 2. Unbelievable. It's going to be 4. Second and long. 4. It's going to be deep. So they're wising up. He's looking deep. 5 versus base. So base deep is +2, -2 is even, so +1. 15 on deep is D10 plus 17. So he completes a pass for 21 to Price. 10, 21, up to the 34, and that's what Ellard can do. There is no doubt the Rams were really bad in '91, but this football team had a period there where they were fantastic. Early in Everett's career, man, they were, I think it was 88 or 89. They were a pretty darn good football team. All right, he just caught a 21-yard ball, so we're gonna focus on Flipper Anderson for this particular set of downs, since he caught a pass. We're looking at 23. 23 is medium pass base blitz. It's going to be medium base blitz, no modifier, so -2. So -1 from this, 9. -1 is 8. On medium, it's going to be incomplete, second down. So he's trying to pass the ball, folks. Not getting it done. Second down and 10. It's going to be 23. 23 is inside versus base split. It's going to be -2, -4, -3 total. 15 -3 is 12. Inside is 5 yards. Holy cow, good job. So Del Pino lowers his head and plows through, gets 5 yards, even though the defense was spot on. Wow, this offensive line isn't bad. Brostek, Newberry, Love, Slater is a Hall of Famer, Perry. They don't have the same kind of level of back that they did prior. Before they had Cleveland Gary's here, but he must have been beat up. He's not the top back, Del Pino. But this was Dickerson. When they lost Dickerson, it became kind of I think Charles White, and by the way, White had a 1,500-yard year for him. But the point is, they don't have an Eric Dickerson in this offense anymore. Double tight offense. All right, it is 3rd and 5. 4. 3rd and 5. 4 is medium pass versus nickel. That's -1, -2, -3, +1. So -2. 11 -2 is 9. Medium is quarterback hurried. So they have hurried Everett. And 5 on the quarterback hurry. He throws it away, incomplete. So he is hurried, flushed. He steps up to the right, starts to take off, and flings the ball over the head of Flipper Anderson. Incomplete. It's 4th down. They will have to punt. So far, oddly enough, I would expect the Rams to be in this situation. But I expect at some point the Redskins are going to blow up. 7 on the punt. 7 on the punt is 45 yards. Beautiful. 10, 20, 30, 45 to the 16. Return 6. 6 is 10 yards with a chance at a fumble again. No fumble, but I'm telling you, man, he keeps bobbling these punt returns. I think it was Sanders, right? All right, final drive for Washington in the first quarter, folks. We're going to stay with Biner. We're going to bring Clark in as the key receiver on this drive for Washington. 5 is short pass. So Rippon drops, sets, short, looking at base. Short pass base is going to be -1. +2 is +1. We're going to get 13 +1 is 14 on a short pass. D6 +4. 10 yard strike to Clark. First down. 10-yard pass to Clark. We're going to leave Clark the key guy on this drive. Right? They caught a lot of balls, so I don't feel bad about letting them catch multiple passes here. 11, inside versus base, going to be -1, +2 is +1, 8 +1, 9 is 3 yards, so Biner gets 3, 1, 2, 3, it is 2nd down and 7 for the Washington Redskins. Here we go, 5 is short, 5 is outside versus nickel. Interesting, we're going to get +1, +2, +3 to this, 11 +3 is 14, outside is 6 yards for Biner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Last time they were in this situation, Biner got tripped up on a draw, lost 2. So we're going to bring in Irvins for this short yardage, and we're going to feature Sanders on this in case we pass the ball on a screen or a short pass. It'll be looking for Ricky Sanders in the slot, right, the 3rd receiver. Here we go, short yardage. Sanders is in for Monk or Clark, whatever. Here we go, 55. 3rd, it's going to be deep. Wow, 55. Deep versus base. So they're going deep to Sanders. Beautiful. That's ripping too, baby. Base. So deep base is going to be +2, +4 total. 12 +4 is 16 deep. Is then +18. Beautiful. They burn them. 28 yards to Ricky Sanders. 10, 20, 5, 6, 7, 8, down to the 27. Mark Rippon. This was the thing. Mark Rippon led the league that year with yards per pass attempt. This team ran the ball, power football, and threw deep passes. Mark Rippon just launched on 3rd and 1, a bomb to Ricky Sanders, baby. We're going to take Sanders. We're going to bring Monk back in. We're going to leave Irvins in the single back offense. Here we go, 6. 6 is screen versus base. Screen versus base, +1, +2, +3. I rolled 9 + 3 is 12 on a screen, is D6 +2. It's a nice catch for 5 yards for Ricky Irvins out of the backfield, 2nd and 5. And Washington threatening first here, folks. Here we go. It's going to be 3. 3 is short pass versus base blitz. Shorts versus base blitz is going to be 0 +2. I rolled 2 + 2 is 4 on short, is sack, loss of 5 yards. Down he goes. Who gets that sack for the Rams? Wilson. So Wilson collects a sack for the Rams. Holy cow, folks, 3rd down. And we're going to bring in Biner, who is a better receiver, 3. And we're going to bring in Clark, who is the larger, or not larger. Gary Clark was the more savvy route runner. Monk was the larger guy. At least if my memory serves. Monk was bigger. Clark was more of a route runner. Here we go, but they were both stars, both superstars, Monk and Clark. Here we go. They've got to convert this 3rd down and 10 now thanks to a sack. Man, the Rams are playing their hearts out. 5. 3rd down is 5 is deep versus base blitz. This is interesting. Deep +1, +2, +3. We got 6 + 3 is 9. That's going to be incomplete. So they got the protection they needed. Unfortunately, Rippon couldn't find his target deep. 4th down. We're going to kick a field goal here from the 27. So this will be 44-yarder. And it is good. So luckily, 44-yard field goal is going to give Washington the first quarter lead. Washington's up 3-0 on the Rams after 1, folks. Second quarter about to get underway. We're going to kick it off. Hopefully I can finish this game. 9 on the kickoff is going to be 58 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the 7. 3 is the return. The return is 16 yards. So out to the 23. Not bad for the Rams. That's decent field position. 1st down for the Rams. We're going to go ahead and bring in Cleveland Gary for this drive. And we're going to feature Henry Ellard. So let's hope the Rams can move the ball a little bit. Here we go, 6. It's going to be a screen pass versus base blitz. Screen versus base is +2. -2 is even, +1. So 14. 15 on the screen is 6 yards, baby. 6 yards to Cleveland Gary. 2nd and 4. Very nice. If they could execute like that, this could be a ball game. 5. 5 is outside, so they're pitching it to they're running outside sweep. Cleveland Gary, 4. Not always a pitch. Base blitz. It's going to be -1, -2, -3, +1. So -2. 16 -2, 14 outside is 6 yards on a 1st down. 5, 6. Cleveland Gary pounds the rock around the end, reaches for the pylon, and gets a little extra at the 34-yard line. Cleveland Gary, good job. Here we go, 6. Going to be a screen again. They're taking advantage of an aggressive front 7. 1 base, so screen versus base is +1, +2, -2 even. I rolled a 5 though. That is not good news for them. 5 is pass deflected away. That pass is batted away by one of the greatest ever, Darrell Green, baby. 2nd down, Darrell Green. It seemed like for 15 years he was the fastest man in the NFL. What I remember the most about Darrell Green is chasing Eric Dickerson down from behind, right? Eric Dickerson ripped off a long run, and Green chased him opposite field, I don't know, 60 yards, and caught Eric Dickerson from behind. I'll never forget that play. I remember thinking, because Dickerson, once he got free, generally never got caught. And Green had to cross the whole field to catch him. It was just one of the greatest single plays I've ever seen in my life. Unbelievable. Darrell Green, man, one of my all-time inspirations. I played defense. I played cornerback, safety. So I just love Darrell Green. 43. Or 34. It's going to be an outside run. We're in 2nd down. Excuse me. It's going to be a short pass versus base blitz. It's going to be no modifier. -2 +1 is -1. 7 -1 is 6. Pass deflected away by 7. The pass is deflected away by Edwards. Man, 3rd down. And now suddenly they're having trouble moving the ball. They got a first down. Deep, taking a shot deep. And again, the one thing Everett did well was threw the ball deep. He had a beautiful deep pass to Flipper Anderson and co. and Henry Ellard. 5 versus base, +2, -2, +1 of this. 18 +1 is 19. Deep passes, 10 + 25. 33-yard bomb to Henry Ellard. 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3, down to the 33-yard line. First down, a 3rd and 10. And he finds Henry Ellard down the sidelines. Ellard finds a way to outpace Marshall, the other cornerback, and there it is, folks. It is a first down bomb, and the Rams might be the first offense to draw pay dirt. That would be crazy. Beautiful play for Ellard or Everett. This may be the first upset. I can't believe it. I hate to say it, but we may see an upset in our, and not only an upset, we're talking ginormous, the worst NFC team versus the best. Here we go, 6-3. 6 is screen again. They're looking at that screen. Base blitz, they caught him. +2, -2. That's going to be +1. 8 + 1 is 9 on the screen. It's 3 yards. Nice little play down to the 30-yard line. 2nd and 7. And Gary, they're using Gary here in the passing game. Beautiful. 64, 2nd down. 64 is deep. They're taking a shot deep versus base blitz. Unbelievable. +1. +2, -2 is even, and 9. That's going to be incomplete. 3rd down. They took a shot at the end zone. Everett getting antsy. Wants to get a score while he's here. They need to slow down. We're going to bring in Del Pino, who's their best pass receiver. And Flipper Anderson's already being targeted here. Actually, down here close to the red zone, 3rd and 7, we're going to go with Price, the tight end. Right? We're going to try to work the middle of the field here, maybe. Maybe get a short pass here. 3rd down and 7. 6 is short. Yep, that's what I was looking for. So we're looking for Price. 3 is going to be base. So short base is no modifier. -2, so -1. 19 -1 is 18. Short is D10 +3. It's going to be a first down. 9, 10, 11, 12 yards. 10, 11, 12 down to the 18. And the Rams here are threatening the fans in full throat here at RFK Stadium. But let me tell you what, folks. The Rams are not intimidated by this Washington team. We're going to bring Henry Ellard in here in the red zone. Wow, the Rams with a beautiful drive. Absolutely beautiful. And we're going to stick with Del Pino, their top back, who can also catch the ball. We're not yet at goal line, folks. Here we go, 63. Screen. Man, they're using these screens against this aggressive front 7. 5 is base, so screen base is +1. +2, -2 is even. It's going to be 11 on a screen is D6 +1. What is it? Del Pino catches it and picks up 6, 5, 6. 2nd and 4 at the 12. We're still not inside the goal line yet, folks. The 10 in is the goal line. Del Pino with a 6-yard screen pass. Man, they are killing it. 1 outside. Okay, we're handing it off outside, following these big tight ends. You know that's a counter. The right guard is pulling along with the tight end. They're trying to create power on the very extremes against little Darrell Green, right? So 1 outside. It's the 2nd down. Outside versus bait. Oh, and their blitzing is -1, -2. So -2 from this. 14 -2 is 12. Outside is D6 +2. Del Pino trying to work between traffic. 6 more yards and a first down. 5, 6. 1st and goal at the 6. And the Washington Redskins fans, loud as they can be. But right now, the Rams have their number. They are calling a perfect game. Perfect game. We're going to bring in the big back, Gary, here, short yardage. And we're going to go back to our tight end in the red zone here. Goal line. We're now using goal line charts for both offense and defense. Here we go, folks. 1st and goal from the 6. What can the Rams do? 4. 4 is inside versus goal line. That's going to be -2, -4, +1, -3. 8 -3 is 5. Outside tackle for loss. He gets hammered, loses 2. 2nd down. And they pull Cleveland Gary out and put Del Pino back in. They need a little more speed maybe inside down here. And they want that 4 reception value, right? Which, remember, is nothing to do with this game. It's just, it indicates how many passes Del Pino caught for this team, right? Where he basically would score stats at the end of the game. All right, here we go. 2nd down, goal line 3. 3 is medium pass. Unbelievable call. That's beautiful. Looking for Price. This will be a touchdown if they complete it, too. goal line. Medium versus goal line is +2, -2, +1. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on medium is 11. Touchdown. Holy cow. Henry Ellard. Everett. A 8-yard pass to Price. Draws first blood at Pater. However, first blood was drawn by the Redskins, but holy cow. The extra point is good. Man, oh man, folks. I thought this was going to be a blowout. And the Rams with that +1, that little bit of offense and catching them in the right defenses has allowed the Rams to methodically earn, right? But that means the Rams have little wiggle room for failure, right? Little wiggle room for bad play calls. Beautiful. Kickoff. Man, I love this game. 3. 3 is 62 yards. So they're going to kick from here. 62 is going to put them at the 3. If I just do the math in my head, 3. And the kick return is 16 yards out to the 19-yard line. And Joe Gibbs having a little conversation with his quarterback, Rippon, telling him we've got to turn it up a little bit here. We got to put pressure on the Rams. We can't let them hang around. Biner will be in the backfield. Clark will be the key receiver on this drive. All right, Washington, you got to get your stuff together here, guys. Medium pass versus base. It's going to be medium base. It's going to be +1, +2, +3. Oh, 17 +3 is a bomb. So they go medium. That's D10 +19. He goes for 22 yards, 10, 20, 1 and 2. But there is a breakaway chance. And no, 1. He's not going to get any extra yards. But first down, 21-yard strike to Gary Clark. And we're going to bring in Monk. Sanders might have gotten away from their DBs there and gone the distance. Beautiful, though. What a way for the Redskins to remind the Rams. We haven't even got started yet. 3. 3 is outside pitch versus base. It's going to be 0 +2. 9 +2 is 11 is D6 +1. Biner gets 2 yards. 1, 2. To the hard way. Second down. To the hard way. Biner. Here we go. It's going to be 3. 3 is short pass versus nickel. Interesting. Short versus nickel is no modifier. +2. 9, 10, 11 on short is D6 +2. So short pass out to Monk for 8 yards. 5, 6, 7, and 8 is a first down. And now Washington starting to move the ball steadily here. Not good for the Rams. We're going to bring in Irvins. And we're going to go to Sanders. Last time Sanders was in, he caught a 33-yard bomb for him. Here we go. 5. 5 is short pass versus base blitz. Not wise. +2. Remember, they don't have any modifier on defense. So +2. 9, 10, 11. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. +2. 13 on short is D6 +3. 5 yards strike. That would have to be out to Irving. So 5-yard strike out to a little short swing pass out to Irvins. All right, second down. It's going to be 4. Second down and 5. 4 is medium pass. Versus base. They got him. Medium base +1, +2, +3. 7 +3 is 10 on medium is incomplete. Unfortunately, Rippon couldn't find his man. 3rd and 5. We got to bring back in Biner, who's by far the best back in this game. Here we go. We need Biner to work some magic. 3 is medium pass to 2. Base blitz. It's going to be 0 effect, so +2. 14 +2 is 16. Medium is D10 +10. It's going to be a 20-yard strike. Folks, unbelievable. 20 yards. 10, 20 down to the 19. First down. 20-yard strike to Sanders along the sideline. We're going to bring Clark back in. Wow, outstanding. Redskins now showing why they're so hard. They're tough out. 14-2. This was a team that's just tough to beat. They were going to find ways to just march the ball, get scores. 2. 2 is medium pass. They're going for the touchdown right now. Base blitz, no modifier, +2. 9, 10, 11 on medium, incomplete second down. So they took a shot to the end zone to Clark. 3 is short pass this time versus base. It's going to be -1, +2. It's going to be +1. 18 +1 is 19. Short is D10 +5. 15 yards down to the 4. First and goal at the 4. We're in goal line now. First and goal. Unbelievable. Oh my God, I love it. Washington showing what they're all about. What they are all about. I thought the Rams really might be a threat, but I'm thinking Washington's probably, he's going to methodically outpace them. Here we go. It's amazing. 6. Short. Oh, so they're going short pass to Biner. I would say to Biner here in the red zone. Short to Biner. So this is like a swing pass or into the corner of the end zone. Versus 2. Base. Short versus base. -1. +1 to this. So 7 + 1 is 8. 8 is incomplete on the short pass, second down. Clean game so far. We've only seen 1 penalty. We haven't seen any fumbles or interceptions. Pretty phenomenal in this first half. 3, second down. 3 is medium. So now he's taking a shot to Clark in the back of the end zone, running along the back line of the end zone versus base blitz. Medium base blitz 0 +2. It's going to be 6 + 2 is 8, incomplete. So they're trying desperate. We're going to bring in the big guy, Monk. And we're going to bring in Riggs. From the 4 here, I want the big back in, Riggs, right? The short yardage power back, Riggs. 3rd and 4 at the goal line. This is epic, folks. If they hold, they had 1st and goal from the 4. If the Rams hold, this is going to be epic. 2 is short. Nope, they're going to look for Monk, the big guy in the corner of the end zone, versus goal line. So it's going to be short versus goal line is 0. I rolled 11 + 2 is 13. On short is D6 + 3. Touchdown, 4-yard strike, ripping, finally gets him in. 4-yard pass to Monk. You can just see Big Monk putting that body up and going up high and pulling it away from the defenders over here. And Monk, PAT for these guys is good. And it's a back to 3 points. Washington back in charge, 10-7. But we have got a ball game as we have seen the Rams execute. We know the Rams now can drive the ball. Unbelievable. All right, kickoff is 3. 62 yards, going to have it at the 3. The return is, oh no, it's a breakaway return. 10, 20, 30, 40. That would be the man. Was that Ron Brown? Oh, he was such a stud. I think it's Ron Brown. One of the fastest DBs in football. It might be before Ron Brown or after Ron Brown, but either way, he's already gone 43. Now we get to add breakaway to this. This could be huge. This could be a turning point. 10, 70 yards, touchdown, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 6, 93-yard kick return. I'm going to say Brown. It may be wrong, but 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. The extra point's good, PAT. And what's the old saying? If you want to win in the NFL, especially if you're going to beat a team much better than you, you have to execute on offense, defense, and special teams. And the Rams show you how does an upset happen? Special teams rears its head and makes an epic play. Holy cow! Brown goes on a 97 kickoff return for a PAT. I mean for a touchdown. Unbelievable. And the Redskins can make this up, but dang, that's a cheap way to score. 6, touchback. Ooh, and then they're loaded. These guys are pumped. They kick it into the end zone. This is it. Final drive of the first half. And the Redskins now reeling as it is 10-14 Rams. Unbelievable. All right, 5. 5 is short pass versus base. It's going to be a -1 +2, so +1. 13, 14 on short is D6 +4. It's going to be a 5-yard strike. It's going to be a 5-yard strike. D6 +4, 5-yard strike to Riggs. But we got to get Riggs out of there. I don't really want Riggs in there. Irvins. Let's go with Irvins and Clark. All right, this is the final drive of the first half, folks. It is 14-10. Rams. Unbelievable. 3 is short versus base. Short versus base is -1 +2 is +1. 8 +1, 9 is incomplete. 3rd down and 5. Wow, Washington. If they don't convert 4th down, I will just call it time expired, right? They'll just basically no time will be left. I'm not going to punt the ball away on a 4th down with no time left, right? So it'd be just they'd kill clock, or the time would just expire if they don't convert. Draw play versus base. Draw versus base is 0, so +2. We're going to get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on a draw is D10. This could be epic. 1 yard. Oh, he's tripped up. 4th down and 4, and we're going to call it time expires on the half. And folks, the Rams score 14 in the second. Everett pass to Price. Brown, a 97-yard kickoff return. The Redskins get 7. It is 14-10. The Rams may draw the biggest upset in the entire tournament. There is no worse matchup here. The Washington Redskins were the most dominant team in '91. The Rams were the worst NFC team. This and not only that, it would put a smile on the face of every other team still alive in the tournament because they don't have to get past this team. So they want the Rams to beat these guys so then they can off the Rams and move on, right? So Dallas, New York, Minnesota, San Fran, they would all want to see Chicago. They'd all want to see these guys eliminated. Wow. And Washington, though, luckily deferred, so they're going to get the ball to start. Three for them is 62 yards. They're at the 3, and they're going to get a huge return, although not big enough to be 32 plus 6. 32, 36 yards, so they're out to the 39. That's epic. They needed a big return to prove to the football gods that they are not outmatched by the lowly 3-13 Rams. Wow. All right, we're going to go back to our starting lineup. Biner and Clark, or Monk, wouldn't matter between those two. They're both studs. Here we go, 4. 4 is going to be inside run versus base. Going to be -1, +2 is +1. We're going to get 6. Nowhere and a penalty. 1, it is going to be a pre-snap penalty by the offense. 9, pre-snap 9. This can't be good. 9 is delay of game. Are you kidding me? You're at home following a kickoff, and you can't get the playoff? That is bad. That's bad mojo, man. First down, they lose 5. That is something Joe Gibbs teams would rarely do something that stupid. But there it is, folks. The Redskins might be a little bit looking beyond the Rams, right? This is one of these things like, we got these guys. They're kind of looking ahead to who they may face next. Here we go. Unbelievable. 4. 4 is medium pass versus nickel. It's going to be a big bonus for them. -1. 2, so +1. 9, 10, 11. 9, 10. It's going to be incomplete. Second down and 15. Second and 15. It's going to be draw play on second and long. Draw versus base blitz. This should be huge. -1. Holy cow. +1. We're going to get 12 + 1, 13 on a draw is D10. Got to roll high. 1 yard. They're cutting down Biner and Irving's on these draw plays. Are you kidding me? The Rams are playing perfect football right now. Third and long. It's going to be 3. 3 is deep. They're taking a shot deep to Clark versus nickel blitz. Oh, nickel blitz. Holy cow. Are you crazy? -1. Yeah, so +1. We're going to get 5 + 1 is 6 on bomb. Is QB hurried? Oh, no. Rippin. 7. Rippin running for his life. It's tipped. He fires a pass out to Clark that's batted in the air. Picked off. Oh, my God. The Rams are going to deal an upset. Holy shit. The ball was... So Rippin steps up, fires a pass to Clark that is batted into the air and intercepted by Terrell. Holy cow. Rippin intercepted by Terrell. And that was a deep pass, was it not? So it was way downfield, batted up in the air. You can see it batted up, and the guy runs under it. Deep interception return is 6. 6 is line of scrimmage minus D6. Holy cow, on deep. So that means it was batted at the line of scrimmage, folks. That is epic. That means he dropped back and the ball was batted in the pocket. Some defensive lineman got their paw in the air. Tim Green, coming around the end, bats that ball up. Or Kevin Green, who's a superstar pass rusher. Loss of 1 to the 34, folks. Oh, my God. Rippin'. Look at the Rams. They're up by 4, starting the second half, and they're only 34 yards from pay dirt. They're in field goal range. The Rams are pumped. Del Pino in the backfield. We're going to bring out Flipper Anderson. Flipper can score from anywhere, folks. There it is. Oh, my God. The Washington Redskins are going to have to deal a fourth quarter from hell to make this game. This is fascinating. 6 is going to be screen versus base blitz. Not a great call for them. +1, +2, -2 is even. They are calling a perfect game, too. 9. 9 on screen is 3 yards. It may not look like much, 1, 2, 3, but when you're a -2 defense and these guys are somehow countering that out, Rams are calling the perfect game right now. Wow. 3 is short pass versus base. They got him. -1, -2, -3. So -2. It's going to be 14 -2 is 12. Is 6 yards. Holy cow, folks. 5, 6. It's 3rd and 1. And we're going to bring in Gary, short yardage back here for this 3rd and 1. And Flipper Anderson at 3rd and 1. We're going to go with tight end Price. We may have to throw a short pass to this. 6. 6 is short. Sure enough, they're going short to Price versus base. Short versus base is -1, -2, -3, +1, -2. 15 minus 2 is 13 on short is D6 plus 3. It's going to be a first down plus it's 8 yards. 5, 6, 7, and 8 down to the 17-yard line. And the Ram fans watching on television all over this country, listening on the radio, they are ecstatic. The Ram fans that have traveled here to Washington, ecstatic. But the Redskin RFK fans can't believe what they're seeing from the Rams, who are playing a perfect game. 4, we're not yet in goal line. 4 is inside versus base. -1, -2, so it's going to be -2 to this. 19 minus 2 is 17. D6 plus 5, maybe a touchdown. 7 yards, not a touchdown, but 5, 6, 7. 2nd and 3. Gary plows ahead on an inside run for 7. We're going to bring Dupree in. Marcus Dupree. This guy was a stud coming out of college. He blew up his knee. He ended up in the USFL, and he was never the same. But we're bringing Marcus Dupree in here. 4 is medium, so he's dropping back. Medium for the we're 3 away from the 10. Oh, we're at goal line. Never mind. Whoops. So let's look at that over. 4 on 2nd down is outside. So it's outside run versus base blitz. Outside run, base blitz is -1, so -2 from this. 8 minus 2 is 6. Outside is nowhere. 3rd down. So Dupree, they come in and they pitch the ball to Dupree. No luck. We're going to bring in their most balanced, best back is Del Pino. We're going to go ahead and bring in their best receiver, Henry Ellard, because he may need to do a fade route into the back of the end zone. And we're looking at 3rd down on goal line is medium. Wait a second. We got 7. We're here. We need 3. 1, 2. Yeah, right. We're at the 10. I don't know why that keeps sliding. Anyway, sorry, I got confused there. Medium versus base blitz. Oh, no, it's going to be no effect. Plus -2 plus 1 is -1. Uh-oh, 16 minus 1 is 15 on a medium pass. Is D10 plus 17 is a touchdown. Touchdown. Henry or Everett again. This one is a 10-yard pass to Ellard. As I said, a fade route in the back of the end zone. Ellard pulls it down. And that is his first touchdown of the tournament. And it's going to be good. PAT is good. Folks, I kid you not, you are watching history in the making. It's 21-10 Rams. The Redskins cannot keep fuddling around. Holy cow, 4 is 60. They filled this kick at the 5. 5 is the return, 22 yards, out to the 27. And the Redskins at this point, they have to turn every possession into points, and they have to stop the Rams. They have to do something. Now, the Rams are a good enough offense that they can literally hang with these guys. But I'm telling you what, I expected more from this Redskins team. But that kick return is a backbreaker, right? All right, we're going to go with Biner, and we're going to go with Monk. And the Rams really need to start scoring touchdowns. It is 21-10 Rams on the road. 3. It's going to be outside pitch versus base. It's going to be a 0 outside, and we're going to get 8 plus 2 is 10. And they're not executing. D6. They're just not executing. 5 yards. I mean, I'm rolling for the Rams. I'm rolling these sweet spot rolls. They're negating this -2D, and the Washington, I can't seem to roll execution for them. 4 is medium. This is why you play football, baby. This is why you play the games, right? You got to execute. You may be a better team, but you got to execute. Medium versus nickel. Oh, my God. And they're rolling the perfect plays. -1, +1. 8 plus 1 is 9 on medium. Incomplete. I mean, it's like the Rams spent the weekend videotaping Washington practices, cheating by videotape. This is a Patriots move, right? They snuck in and videotaped Washington signal. That's funny. Here we go. Oh, my God. 3 is medium versus base blitz. Are you kidding me? No effect there, so +2, that's good. 10 plus 2 is 12 on medium. Is D10 plus 6. They got to get a big roll here. 9 plus 6 is 15. 5, 10, 15, up to the 47. Washington waiting till 3rd and long to convert that. The fans here in Washington watching the clock nervously, doing the math in their head. They're getting nervous here in the 3rd quarter. Unbelievable. 3 is outside pitch to Biner. Base, outside base is 0 effect. 14, 15, 16 outside is D6 plus 6. He's rumbling for 11, 10, 11. Biner hits the edge. This is what they got to do. They must establish the foundation that is the line of scrimmage with the best offensive line in football. And if they can do that, they start running over the Rams, and hopefully they wrap this game up. But this will teach Washington a lesson not to take anyone lightly for the remainder of the tournament if they survive this. 5, it's first down. 5 is short pass versus base. It's going to be -1, +2 is +1. 11 + 1 is 12. It's a 6-yard strike. 5, 6. 2nd and 4, a pass to Biner out of the backfield. Monk caught that 11-yarder. We're going to go with Sanders. They take a shot deep to that stud Sanders. 3. 2nd down and short is 3. A short pass versus base. -1, +2 is +1. 14 + 1, 15. Short is 7 yards and a first down. 5, 6, 7. So Rippon and company have shortened up the routes, and they're now connecting on these tight little patterns against the Rams. And maybe they're trying to taunt the Rams into getting a little aggressive, and they can throw it over their head. But either way, he's gone to some short strikes to keep this drive alive. Rippon, congratulations on figuring it out. 4, it's an inside run now, up the gut to Biner. Versus base is -1 + 1. We're going to get 11 + 1, 12 is inside 5 yards for Biner. Now we're seeing the Redskins do what they do, methodical work down the field. 2nd down is 6. 6 is deep. Oh, he's taking the shot to Monk. So they'll lull him in. They draw him up with short passes, a couple of runs. You can see the Rams' defense getting tighter now as they're getting closer to the end zone. They leave some space. They're leaving Greenfield, a little more Greenfield behind him. And Rippon on a play action is taking advantage of it. 6 is deep versus 4 is base. They're going to get +2, +4. 10 + 4 is 14, is 21 yards down to the 3-yard line. A big pass to Monk. He's hauled down, 1st and goal at the 3, and Washington needs to score on every drive as they're trying to catch up now thanks to an interception and a kick return. We're going to bring in short yardage. We're going to bring in Riggs, and we're going to go with our Clark, our best little route runner. Clark was difficult to cover, baby. Here we go. 5, first down at the 3. 5 is outside. We're pitching it to Riggs on a counter tray. This team was famous for pulling their both guards and their tight end. Counter tray with a big man outside versus 5. 5 is goal line. Counter tray, goal line outside, -1, +2 is +1. 13 + 1 is 14. 6 yards, touchdown. Riggs pounds it in behind the counter tray. 3-yard run, the extra point. The PAT here is good. And folks, it's now 17-21. Rams leading in the 3rd. In the best game I've played yet. By far none, the best game I've had yet. Unbelievable. And I've played quite a few. I've played week 1 completely weeks ago, and then I started week 1 over. I enjoyed it so much, and then I decided, you know what, I don't really want to do full replays. I want to play tournament and just enjoy every team and try to play as many games as I can. So anyway, the story is I've already played like 20 games of this, and this just never disappoints me. Kickoff is 65, goal line, they're going to down it. Although they did return one for a touchdown, we're not going to risk pretending that's going to happen again, and we're at the 20. First down for the Rams, who are holding on to a 4-point lead now. Again, they got the tiger by the tail, as it were. They're really playing perfect football. The problem with that is as the game winds down, can they maintain perfect football? I got to tell you, against a team like Washington, one mistake, and no, you're behind the 8 ball. 17-21, Rams leading. Here we go. 2. 2 is a medium pass base. It's going to be +1, -2. It's going to be even. And 18. Well, never mind, as he throws a 10. So again, Henry Ellard and company aren't 22 yards. 10, 21, 2, up to the 42. Henry Ellard and Jim Everett, absolutely not intimidated by Washington. A 22-yard strike as they continue to call perfect plays and they continue to execute. Inside versus base can be -1, -2, -3. So -2 to this. Oh, this is huge. 2 -2 is loss of D10. They lose 4 yards, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a offensive post-play penalty. Automatically, offense post-play penalty because we had a minus. We went into the negatives. 2 post-play illegal block in the back on top of everything. That actually happened during the play, so we subtract 10. Holy cow! 2nd down. Gee, mini Christmas. 2nd down and 10, 25. 2nd and 20, 10, 25. 4. 2nd and 24. It was a 4-yard loss. It was a clip on top of that, so it's added to it. Holy cow, and there's where the Rams may have made their biggest mistake of the day, because once Washington secures the lead, what are the Rams going to do to pace them? I don't think they can pace them. If they lose a possession, Washington, 2nd down and long, what are they going to do? 4, that won't quit rolling. That was an 8. 4 on 2nd and long is deep, so they're taking a shot deep to Henry Ellard. Nickel. It's going to be -2, -4, -3, 8 -3, 11 -3 is 8. Deep is incomplete, but there's a penalty. 9, defensive post play penalty. Are you kidding me? 7. Oh my God, holding 5 yards and a first down. Well, I was just talking about how they can't overcome this, and then the Redskins give them a 5-yard automatic first down. They're going to decline the play, which was incomplete, of course. And they're going to take that defensive holding penalty by, there's no way that was Darrell Green. Maybe it was Collins or Mayhew. Darrell Green ain't going to be holding these guys. We're going to go with Flipper Anderson, their speediest deep threat, and we're going to keep Del Pino in the game. The Rams are just playing the best game, and now they're getting help from the referees. Oh my, there's a conspiracy by the NFL to run the Redskins out of the tournament. 6, screen pass versus base. It's going to be +1. Damn it. +2. Evens. Now they keep getting these evens. 17 on screen. 8 freaking yards. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2nd and 2. What amazing football. Del Pino catches a pass for 8. If this game doesn't prove how dynamic and fun this is, I don't know. I mean, you're playing the worst team versus the best team, and you got a ball game. It's brilliant. And I can see why. Watching these dice and these play calls keep the Rams in it, because they're happening to match up just perfectly. It's just a good example of how the Rams have to be perfect, and right now they're getting that. 2nd and 2, 5 on 2nd and 2 is they're going to take an outside run. They're pitching to Del Pino versus Nickel. Oh no effect. No, +1, +2, even again. 10 outside, 6-yard D6. 6 yards for Del Pino, 5, 6. They're at the 47. So just as I say, not only do they have to keep scoring, again, they somehow negated the -2 of Washington, and they do have a +1. So again, this, you think, oh, +1 ain't much. That +1 with the right play calls is epic against this -2 defense. Wow, the Philadelphia Eagles have to be watching this, because they just hammered the snot out of Atlanta, 23-0. You know Philly is watching this game, and they're going beat them, because in Philly, they got a clean slate with that -3 defense right into the championship. Well, it won't be that easy. San Fran, Minnesota, there's some damn good teams. Dallas, Detroit was damn good in this season. So, but my point is, you know Philly's licking their chops. Somebody knock off our hated rivals in the division. Wow, unbelievable. This is brilliant, and I hope my camera does not die. 3. First down. 3 is outside versus base blitz. They're going to get -1, -2, -3. So it's going to be -2 to this. And I rolled a 12, 10 outside. 6 yards. 5 more for Del Pino, who's having the game of his season. Coming in here 13 and 3. Del Pino having a good day. 6, 2nd down. 6 is deep. They're taking the shot to Flipper Anderson versus base blitz. Base blitz is -2, -4, -3. 16 -3 is 13. Incomplete on the button. See what I mean? The Rams were that close to completing a bomb to Flipper Anderson. Oh my God, the Rams are playing a great game of football. 3rd and 5. 3 is medium pass to base. Medium pass base is me +1, +2. Even again, they evened them out, and I rolled a 14. This is going to be a first down strike, 12 yards. 10, 11, 12, down to the 36. The Washington fans are absolutely beside themselves. How the hell is Everett doing this? They're finding those perfect windows. Flipper caught a pass. Henry Ellard back in as my key guy on this series. 44, inside versus base. It's going to be -1, -2, -3, so -2 to this. 13 -2 is 11. Is D6 +2. 7 yards, 5, 6, 7 is Del Pino. Finds his way through traffic behind this offensive line, and the Washington Redskins can't get the Rams off the field. Outside versus base is going to be 0, -1, 5, -1 is 4. Oh, they may get him off the field. Fumble, there it is, folks. Can they recover? 1 on fumble is line of scrimmage +6. It's going to be the defense +6 from the line of scrimmage, 6 yards downfield, 5, 6. But the Redskins finally get the ball away from Del Pino. Del Pino. Oh, that's heartbreaking. As well as they've played, that it would be a turnover that changes the fortunes of the Rams. Who recovered that fumble? Stokes. No, Mann. Yep, Dexter Mann. Charles Mann. Fumble lost, recovered by Mann. Holy cow, the Washington Redskins. By the way, that was the last possession of the third quarter. We're starting the fourth quarter. Washington now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They had to do everything in their power to get them off the field. We're bringing in Ricky Irvins, and we're going to be going with Sanders, the deep threat. And they now are still behind, though. 21-7. Rams are still leading. Fourth quarter underway. Washington's first possession of the fourth quarter. They have to turn this into points. Screen pass versus base splits. It's going to be +2, +4. 7 + 4 is 11 on a screen is D6 +1. He catches it for 3. 1, 2, 3. As Ricky Irvins squeezes out of the backfield, gets 3 yards. Second down, it's going to be 6, it's going to be deep. They're taking a shot deep to Sanders versus base. They got him where they want him. +2, +4. 10 + 4 is 14 on deep, is 21 yards to Ricky. 10-21 up to the 47, first down. And the fans here roar as Washington completes a bomb to Sanders. We're going to bring in Monk now, and we're going to stay with Ricky Irvins. Here we go. Medium pass to versus base is going to be +1, +3. 16 + 3 is 19 on medium. Is 22 more yards, 10, 21, and 2. And that is Mark Rippon, man, in a nutshell. He led the league with yards per pass attempt. They were a best deep passing team in football. 22 yards strike to Monk. And now the Rams are feeling that they have been one of those things like you're fighting a boxer and you know you've been just missing those haymakers. Somehow you've just survived the best shots they've thrown. And now you're starting to wear down and you're starting to realize I'm just dodging that haymaker. And it's bound to drop me. Screen versus base splits, +1, +3. 10 + 3 is 13 on a screen, is 5 more yards. And they're just picking up yardage now on every play. Washington. Now we're seeing why Washington was the best team in football. Outside versus base is 0 +2. 15, 16, 17 outside is D6 +7. 10-yard rip for Irvins down to the 16-yard line. Remember, they're only down by 4. A touchdown will win them this game probably. However, the Rams have 2 possessions here in the fourth. Here we go. 5, first down is short pass. Beautiful call. Base blitz is going to be 0 +2. 18 + 2 is a breakaway. 12 yards. So 10, 11, 12 puts them at the 4. And there's a breakaway chance to score here. No! Tackled at the 4. Brilliant tackling by the Rams as Irvins was out there by himself. Caught it, juked a couple of times, and somehow, some way, Gray tripped him with a shoestring tackle. Irvins should have scored on that. Irving's tired. He's caught a couple of balls here. We're going to bring in the short yardage beast, Riggs. And we're at goal line now. 4, short yardage, first down is inside power with Riggs versus goal line is -2 +2 is even. 15, even. D6 +6. He's going to score, baby. Riggs pounds it in from the 5. Riggs takes the lead with a 5-yard run. Extra point is crucial in a game like this, and it's good. PAT. And finally, Washington, after the first quarter, the first drive of the game, Washington was ahead. They have been behind the whole game. Washington, to start the fourth, finally secures the lead. 24-21. The Rams, oh, what a game. What a game. 264. They filled it at the 1. Now, last time, 6. They return it. 25 plus D10. Great returning for Brown. 33 yards. 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3. Out to the 34. And the Rams, again, folks, it's only 21-24. The Rams are not out of this. They have 2 possessions left. Washington has 1 possession left. Here we go. The Rams have to continue to execute. Inside versus base blitz is -2, -4, -3. 18 -3 is 15. D6 +6. I can't believe how well the Rams are executing. 6 + 6. D6 + D6. So I roll both. 10 yards, first down for Del Pino. And the Rams won't go away, folks. Washington is in this till the bitter. Oh, that's a goal line. Let's get this back. So they ran inside, a little goal line work there. 4, first is inside again versus base. Going to be -1, -3, so it's -2. 12 minus 2 is 10, 4 yards. They'll take 4 yards, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second down and 6. Unbelievable. The Rams playing the best football they possibly can. Outside pitch versus base is going to be 0, -2, so -1 from this. 4, outside is fumble. Oh no, he coughs it up again. Game's over. 9 though. 9 is line of scrimmage. Oh, it's scooped up by the defense with a D66, and they're going to return it back. 60 touchdown, scoop and score. Redskins 10, Geathers puts it away. Holy cow, Del Pino's second fumble, and Geathers with a fumble recovery, and it'll be their final possession. Geathers, that counts. So Geathers scooping it up and returning it, in my rules, possession rules, counts as a possession. So Washington's done, but they score. Geathers with a 48-yard scoop and score, fumble recovery, extra point is good. PAT, and the Redskins fans roaring here. This is celebration, as they have had the scare of their lives, as the Rams have fought them tooth and nail. Final possession of the fourth. The Rams cannot win it. They can only make it interesting. 2 is 64. They're at the 1. 2 return is 13. Oh, and then they get their worst return of the day after the 15. The Rams now are overwhelmed by the momentum shift, and Del Pino, heartbroken, head down. They're going to sub in Gary, as there is really nothing for Del Pino to do, as he has fumbled the ball away in the fourth quarter. Basically, the last play of the third, and he's fumbled it away here on a great drive. A chance for them to tie it or go ahead on that drive, and it turns into a 10-point swing. I'm thinking 3 points ties it, but Washington scoop and scores. That's a 10-point swing. That's what that cost them. Del Pino cost them 10 points. That's literally what it cost them. For inside run versus base blitz, -1, -2. So, now they're hitting it, but they're still executing. 17 minus 2 is 15. D6, D6. So, again, another great run. This one by Gary. 4 yards, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or a great execution, I should say. Second down and 6. This game is almost over. I can't believe my camera made it. 4 is medium versus base. Medium base is +1, +2, -2 is even. Again, they're executing well enough to even out this -2 defense. 12, medium is D10 +6. 6, 7 yards. 5, 6, 7. First down. Wow. Here we go. What are they going to do? 6 is screen versus base. They're going to go for +1. Evens it out again. 4 on a screen, though. Incomplete. Second down and 10. Second and 10. Oh, this could be a touchdown. This could be huge. I've just rolled a 19, folks. So the Rams may throw a bomb to Ellard here. Let's see. 5 on second and 10 is outside. It's a pitch. 2, nickel. Oh, no. +1. +2, even. 19 on outside is D6 plus. I thought it was a breakaway. It's going to, D6 plus 10. It's going to be 15 yards, 5, 10, 15. And so Gary gets a breakaway pitch late in the fourth quarter. So basically, the Redskins are taking away the pass, and the Rams are content to pitch it, run it. 4, here we go. It's going to be inside run. They're just trying to get out of this game now. Base blitz is going to be -2, -4, -3. 15 -3 is 5 yards. Unbelievable how well I'm rolling for the Rams. Subtract the fumbles. They have been executed beautifully. This is outside versus base blitz. It's going to be -2, -1, -3 again. 12 -3 is 9. They're going to roll for 2 yards. 1, 2, third down. And 1, 2, 3, third and 3, folks. This is pretty much it for the Rams. 6 is short pass versus base blitz is going to be 0, so -2, so -1. 11 -1 is 10 on short is incomplete. Fourth down, and this is it. The final, unless they convert, it's the final, this is it. This is the game unless they convert. 5, fourth down, 5. They need short yardage. 5 is short versus base. It's going to be -1, -2, so -2 to this. 9, 10, 11, 12, -2 is 10 is incomplete. And that's it. Game over. Time expires. Wow. Rippon picked off. Everett throws a touchdown and made it 21-10. But then Riggs scored, made it 17-21. Then Riggs scores again, and Gether scores 14 points in the fourth. LA shut out in the fourth, 21-31. The Redskins win 1-0. Eliminated are the Rams. Holy cow, folks. That is one of the single best games I have played in play-action football. Unbelievable. 3-0, but then the Rams take over. The Redskins chasing them into the half. It's 14-10 Rams. The Rams then come out in the second half, pick off Rippon. Everett then drives it down, throws a 10-yard strike, fade route in the back of the end zone to Ellard. However, Washington managed to mount a long drive. Riggs punches it in from the 3, and the Rams, setting themselves up to drive into field goal territory, fumble the ball away to man. They take the ball, drive down. Riggs punches it in, 5-yard run. Del Pino then, again, a nice, beautiful drive. They complete a bomb. They complete some passes. They're actually on the borderline of field goal range, which would tie the ball game, or which would give them a slight edge. And Del Pino coughs it up. Gethers recovers it, and Gethers rumbles 48 yards on a scoop and score, fumble return, touchdown. Los Angeles on 4th down, fails to convert. Time expires. Redskins win 31-21. Unbelievable. We need to write that down. And I skipped all the way down to the final game of the bracket to get to the worst team versus the best team, because I thought, let's get it out of the way. It's going to be ugly, and it turns out to be one of the single best games I have ever experienced in play-action football. And it turned out the way it should have. The Redskins should have won this game. But what great fun to see the Rams giving them a fight into the fourth quarter. That's brilliant. Love it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.